the biggest improvement of the DXO Photolab 9 is the introduction of AI mask. There are many more. The local adjustment when it comes to AI now officially here, just like Luminar AI or Adobe and Capture One, and of course many other big players in the market. So let's jump into it without wasting any time and talking. But before I jump into the conclusion and the demonstration, 5% discount on each license. Code is in the description, so I wish you to use that code to take that advantage. Now, here's the AI mask. You can see it as usual in the local adjustment area. Then you click it. Let's say you want to just simply select this flower. Now at the bottom of the page you will see that full review in progress going on. So it does take a little bit of time to select. So now just by hovering on the object, it's selecting the flower perfectly, and once you click it, immediately it selected the object. Of course you name, let's say, flower to be more precise. By the way, before I move on, yesterday when I was trying, the AI masking did cause some problem crashing the software. So I'm guessing there are some bug at the first version. So as usual, there will be more updates to fix those problems, so keep that in mind. Now we have selected this one, so of course now we can change whatever needs to be changed, right? Exposure, highlights, and as usual. So I'm not going to waste your time, of course, showing that. Just accept, let's say, I'm playing with this HSL to change the color, for instance. And if you zoom in, it is pretty decent and precise, which is phenomenal. I'm a big fan of it. But what if something that actually complicated, let's say, this one, right? Look at this ball, and mess with the surrounding, which is, for example, here you have a white reflection. Now what if the AI selected this one as a part of this globe? So how precise is this one? Let's try again. So I'm going to click here and try again. Let's see, let's try show mask. So it's showing the mask. Let's see the globe. So there are some, you see, there's some sort of problem, but if you move around, it does try its best to figure it out. For instance, so there you go. Now it's good. So I select it, and now let's do balls or ball, right? And now we see that if it's working perfectly, yep, it is. But it's also selecting, oh, hang on a second, I know what's happening. So the mask is working on both sides. So what you have to do is to click plus, which I made a mistake. So you can either click plus, and then you probably can delete this mask by here, then click mask 2, and then you do the same thing. I could actually go back to the old one and do just copy and paste, but I didn't. That's my stupidity, but that's okay. Sometimes I do stupid thing. There you go. Now it's working only on that globe. So that's one of the many things which is quite interesting. But other than that, there are some tools available like set. So you need to select something else, some different image. For instance, this. Now in this one, on the top left, you have predefined mask: sky, subject, background, animals, flower, and so on. So in this case, what about I select clothes? If I select clothes, it takes a little bit of time to detect the clothes. What I'm curious about is to see the predefined way to select only the clothes, considering that she's wearing two different clothes, for instance, the skirt and the top. Now so it's selected only the skirt, which is selected perfectly, I gotta say. So I have no issue with that. But I also want this one. In that case, you could select on, because problem is that the background is dark and her top is dark too. But if you move around again, you can select it, and now you have both in the same mask. So clothes, perfect. Now you can work on your whatever needs to be worked on. In this case, again, just for the sake of example, the exposure, for instance, so whatever, the color, the temperature, all that. And what if you want to select the whole person with the clothes? In this case, I delete the whole mask and then go back to predefine, then select subject. Let's see, the subjects is perfectly selected with everything. Takes a little bit of time. Let's try it out. There you go, perfect. It did its job. Now here's the fun part. You may want to select the background, so all you have to do is just click invert the mask, and now it's selected just the background. I did it perfectly if you zoom in. So this is phenomenal in my opinion, but there are problems may occur. Not everything is perfect in life. So I'm going to select an image that could cause some problems. For that, I would go this image, see if it makes some problem for me, which I wish that creates some problem. So for that, I'm going to go to the AI. Let's say I select the vehicle, background, subject. Let's say I want to select the subject. Now, what is the subject? There is no subject actually in terms of the human. There are big structure, the Colosseum, but is it going to select the entire Colosseum at all? I don't know. So you're going to find it out. I'm not using the actual image given by the DXO. I'm using my own image. So there you go. It's the only person in the corner. She's selected that person. What I want is this. So in that case, what you could do is select this minus thing and then delete and select that, and let's see, you hover around hoping that it's going to select the whole Colosseum. So it did a good job, except it did select the sky. What are you gonna do? So we can select the remove a selection, and then just that. You just have to do once, you don't have to repeat the whole thing. So now if I select, maybe I can do the same thing again over here. Wait a little bit of time to show me exactly. So we continue all the empty space. I mean, this is where it's very important now on to name your mask, otherwise you will be hovering all over the place. I'm not doing it right now. You see, sometimes it creates trouble to make a perfect masking tools. So you have to manually get rid of them, obviously. So there are some, let's say, caveats. So if I start all over again, I delete everything. Now I do my thing as usual, try to select the whole Colosseum. There you go. Now I select reduce, remove a mask. When I see structure, then empty area, same goes here, same goes here. I'm just gonna continue. Right now, if I see the structure, is it going to work? I hope so. So you can see that you can manage it. It's very manageable. Still didn't take too long, honestly. I wouldn't complain too much. So essentially what you have to do is that when you select a masking area, all you have to do is to click the remove and just click on it, and it will do it easily. But there is another option though. Another option is that, for instance, I select this image, particular image. Now, just to be sure, you would like to make sure that it selects just that So you have this select an area, you select that particular area, and you can get an idea where it's going to select perfectly. Now you can see that the thumb came on my hand, right? You can see it. So in that case, remove an area may help you. And all you have to do is to move this over my hand, and there it will help you. If not, again, same rule. You select the remove a selection, click on my hand, and you normally should be able to fix it. Perfect. You see, just this is neat. Just one click, it figured out that the same color area is my hand, so it just got rid of everything. Just took care of the globe on my hand. Again, fantastic, very time saving. Oh my god, I mean, I think this famous U-point technology, I'm probably going to use it very less. Now let's show you something else, and I'm sure you would appreciate it. Now imagine I selected this image, beautiful gondola from Venice. Now for that, let's say typically I would like to use something like just the sky, but hang on a second. As usual, it selected everything, which is like the person, the part of the boat, the house, and all that. I don't want them. What am I going to do? Now in this case, first I'm going to select the AI mask, and then select again, go to the define selector, select subject. It may take some time, of course. There you go. Now let's see if it selected exactly what I want. Aha, so it did, almost. I could have those houses though, so I could actually add also the houses. Let's see if it's selecting exact those area. Not quite yet, probably move a little bit. Right, so it did. Now all you have to do, click it and invert shape. So now what's happening? Now you can see that I made a mistake and I forgot. So let's restart from the beginning. So I select the gradual mask. Now I want to, again as usual, get rid of mask on the person or any other structure. Just leave it on the sky. I'll skip the mask, select the AI, go to the predefine, then select subject. It is going to take some time to, of course, select the subject, and there you go. What if I try keep the mask again, go to the mask, the AI mask, and now try to select, let's say, an area such as the house. So we're going to hover and play with it a little bit. Aha, so almost you have to click again. So let's, for the example, we do that. Now we have the subject. All you have to do is click invert shape. Same goes for the other AI mask. Same goes for the rest of the AI mask. So you can see that the gradual filtered almost everything except the sky. Of course, the sun part of the tree, but you know, you can work on it. But my point is that it did a good job. So now you could just add some blur, for example, for the bokeh. Beautiful. So let's not show mask. You can see that now it added a beautiful bokeh, and I'm all for it. Let's see at full scale. So yeah, so it did a fantastic job on that part too, but it's not over yet. There are more. That's the amazing of this version. I'm so excited about that. Noise level on a particular area. This looks horrible though, but you know, I don't care. I'm just showing you for the sake of examples. So you can actually use noise reduction locally. All you have to do, again, let's say you can go back to the plus and AI, obviously, or no, if it's not AI, you can just, you know, do a brush, for instance, somewhere there, for instance, and then automatically you have this noising, demosaicing option available already. How cool is that? I mean, that's just life-saving in my opinion. Apart from that, other also interesting options available, which is if you go back to the photo library, you go back up, make it bigger a little bit to make sure they can see all of it together. Then I can select, for instance, I don't know, this female character, this one and that one. They all look like a model pose. We have the organize of the images. We have the artificial intelligence of the local adjustment, and obviously it's just not just the masking, but it's very precise. It's extraordinary precision, background, foreground, eyes, everything. Yeah, you can do local adjustment. You can apply noise reduction locally now. And as usual, you have all the old awesome functions available in this particular software. So that's my take on DXO Photolab 9 very quickly. Of course, I'm going to make some more videos on that. However, again, I remind you, 25% discount on this particular software using my code. So don't wait, go down in the description below and take the advantage as soon as possible.